everyone, today's video is going to be a project pan update, and I'm really excited to talk about my progress because I already have some empties and I feel very good about that. Coffee, I love it. Yeah, so I do already have two empties. This look was inspired by the Melt Blueprint palette. I don't know that I really want that palette, but I was like, well, let's see if I can do like a bronzy brown goldy look with what I already have. And I'm liking this look. It was created completely with an old palette, as most of my looks are, and I'm loving that. So this is the Urban Decay Urban Spectrum palette. So I used that for today's look to, you know, just remind myself that you don't need to buy everything that's new. And I'm here for it. So let's go ahead and get into my empties. I have two, one of which is this primer. It's the Maybelline Master Prime Hydrating Primer. I do have like normal to dry skin. Honestly, I've been kind of over wearing base products. So like today I have on like a speck of concealer here, a speck of concealer here, and then a little bit of under eye concealer, and that's all I got. I don't even have on powder. I powdered my under eyes. That's it. And then I have on blush and highlighter. I don't have any bronzer on, but like I don't know. I'm just like over wearing all of the face makeup. I don't know why. I always felt like I had to have on foundation. I have been blessed with pretty good skin, so why would I cover it up? I don't know. I'm just kind of over that. At least for now. You know, I might tomorrow be like, give me all of the full coverage foundation. I want to look like a doll. But for today, we're over it, which means it is harder for me to use up primers because like I just don't do that. But I've got a few. I want to get them out of my collection. Two of them are pretty new. Two of them are very old. And this was one of my old ones, so I'm glad that I used that up. And the other product I used up / I think it might have like slightly dried out is this ColourPop Ultra Satin Lippy in the shade London Fog. I like can't, like if you look at my brush, it's completely dry. But I mean, if you look in it, can you even see in there? It does, like if you look on the side, it looks pretty well used up. I definitely tried to use it up, you know? And I love a red lip. Love it. Red lips are some of my favorites, so I'm glad that I have used this up. If you're following me on the like swatching and decluttering my entire lip product collection, which has been a very extensive series, we've still got like 7 more to go. We're getting there. Then you might know that like pretty much every single red lip I've kept. I'm like, oh, I love this. Oh, this red looks so good. So getting rid of a couple of my red lips is not a bad thing. Or not just getting rid, but like using them up. So 2 products down. My goal in the end of this is to use up 21 products. So having used up 2, I'm feeling good about. Then I'll go with the 19 that I'm still working on. So I will tell you that this nail polish, oh, I probably shouldn't have put all my nail polishes on their side, should I have? That was probably not the smartest. Oh well, we've done it. It's still, I don't know, it's like here-ish. I haven't used this. I have not used this in the past month. I'm just loving my Polish Pickup polishes. I love Polish Pickup. I think it's great. If you're in the market for some polishes, I highly recommend it. However, I will tell you, I did like leave the Facebook group and I have to unfollow them on Instagram because they post so much, which is great. Like, and a lot of the creators, I think it's really cool, honestly, because a lot of the creators are like, this is what I'm working on, and you don't just get to see like, oh, I've made this polish. It's like, this is my inspiration. This is it. I love it. But I wanted to buy everything. And I picked up 13 polishes in January and then 4 in February. And I was like, we're done. So I needed a base coat in January, I bought it. I needed a top coat in February, I bought it. And now I don't need anything. So I'm like off the Polish Pickup train until I need another base or top coat. Because though I support small indie brands and I love that, I don't want to be like over consuming nail polish, you know? So that being said, it's been harder for me to like get inspired to use my other older polishes. But this one, you know, I mean, I've got so much use on it and it is really pretty. When I put it on, it does look just like this. So I'm you know, I'm gonna get there eventually. I'm just not there yet. This is a very similar story, though I have used this once. It's on my toes right now, and I love this polish. It's so stunning. And look, y'all, can you see? It's down to there. So like we've made some significant progress. I've only used it once in this month, but I just want to get all of the life out of it. It is still like pretty liquidy. It's not very hard to apply. So as long as it's like that, we're gonna keep it, we're gonna use it, and eventually it'll be gone. Let's just finish up with nail polishes, shall we? So I used this one once as well. It is like a mini, meaning that it'd be like easier to use up. And I have made, I mean, I'm down to there. I've made a little bit of progress, I would say. I used I used this on my toes and the blue on my toes, and then I have a different color that I used on my fingers. But this is Nails Inc. Devonshire Rose. I haven't told you all the names of any of this. Sally Hansen Archipelago, and Nicole by OPI, You're Still the One. This one's good. I really like it. So, and then the last one is this Color Club lacquer in the shade Dark and Stormy. I used this on my nails one time. It still looks brand new. Like, honestly, it looks like I haven't used it at all. But I used it once, okay? So one time is better than none. And that's okay. You know, these two shades I brought in because I have so many nail polishes that are almost the exact same shade. So I figured let's start working on those. Instead of having like, I think I've got 1, 2, this is my third that's almost this exact same shade. And I've got 1, 2, 3, like 3 other shades that are pretty much this. They're slightly different, but they're very similar. So, you know, I want to get those two out for that reason. So, we've made some progress on the polishes, not a ton. All right, another thing that I haven't used yet is this Urban Decay Vice 4 palette. My plan is to pan this shade Flame. Obviously, I've already got some like major pan on it, but let me tell you, while I haven't used this shade, I have been like digging into this palette so much. Because it's in my project pan, it just sits on top of my vanity. And I use this as a mirror because this entire top is a mirror, and it's great. It's great. So I use this as a mirror when I'm putting on my makeup, and I just have been going in, especially to these purples. I've really been feeling some purpley looks lately. I just still really like this palette. And is it old? Yes. I mean, you know, is anybody else talking about this palette right now? Probably not. That's fine. I am, and I really like it. And it's just, you know, I made a video very recently about like what is my niche here on YouTube, and it's very much like using what you have. If you bought it, get your use out of it. And I am loving playing with this palette. Though I haven't worked on the one shade I'm supposed to be, I'm still loving this palette. All right. I've used this once. And this is the Sonia Kashuk Textured Monochrome palette in the shade Textured Taupe. And I'm focusing on this shade, which is like a very beautiful, stunning glitter. If you put some glitter glue on, this looks like it's a Stila glitter. I used this on my mom's eyeshadow for my wedding because if you don't know, I got married in December. Hello? Can we just talk? I've had this ring now for a year and a half almost, because John and I got engaged in November of 2019 we got engaged, and I'm still obsessed with it, and I think that's great. I think you should be obsessed with your stuff forever, and I definitely am. But anyway, I got married in December 27th of 2020. We had a very small wedding. It was supposed to be a big wedding, but it became very small. That makes me sound like I'm really upset about it. Honestly, it was good. It was so much fun. But anyway, I did the makeup for everybody. Everybody being me, my mom, my sister. And we used this on her. And so I do have a little bit of a dip. I've used it once. You do have to like really dig in and get a lot of product on, but I love it. And I'm happy that I'm like focusing on it because I've had these since I was in Gainesville, and I graduated undergrad in 2015. And I've had those for that long and have just let it sit. So I'm glad I'm using it a little bit. I have one more primer, and it is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer. I've used this quite a few times. Every time I use it, I think it's going to be the last time, and then there's more in it. So I want to say I'll probably be finished with this by next week, or not next week, next update, but will I? I don't know. I could be lying to you. But I do like it. This is so old, y'all. It's like disgustingly old, but you do what you do. So I've got that I'm still working on. All right. Then let's just kind of clump these together. I'm working on these two full-size Stila Glitter and Glows. I do have Perlina. That's what my inner corner is today, and I love it. It's fabulous. I love it as an inner corner. I love it all over the lid. So this one's Perlina, and then this is in the shade Into the Blue. I haven't used it as much. Can y'all hear that? We use a mixing bowl now for Kanga's water bowl because her new medicine is a diuretic, and so she has to drink a lot more. Also, can I just tell you all the cutest little story? I'll go ahead. So because of that, I don't want to put, so she and Hippo stay in that cage together. They love it. While John and I are at work. Well, I was like, I don't want to keep her in a cage so she can't get water because she's on a diuretic. So instead what we did is we've got like a puppy pad in here, which they've never used before and they're not really sure about it. I bought this like housebreaking spray to spray on it to show them like you can pee here, but they're not sure about that. And we moved the food and water in here because it used to be in John's bathroom. And we closed the door, and so now they have run of the entire living room. If they have run of the entire house, they bark all day because we have a window that's like right at their height, and then we have a balcony with sliding glass doors, and that's also at their height, so they bark at everything. In here, there's no windows that they can see. So we're like, we'll just see what they do. And we did that, and John came home, and they were both still like cuddled in their cage together because they love each other a little bit. And since Kanga's gotten sick, Hippo has like, I don't know, I swear he knows, and I'm sure this is like some kind of crazy rationalization, but I swear he knows because he usually is like kind of standoffish with Kanga because Kanga bites him all the time. She just does. She doesn't really think he's that great. But like recently he's been trying to cuddle with her and she's been letting him, and it's like, I hate that Kanga's sick and it tears me to bits, but it's also really cute with Hippo and Kanga, you know? So, just a little aside, there's my sweet baby. She's doing very well. She really is. Her medicine is doing great. Okay, back to the project pan. I just felt like y'all needed a little Hippo and Kanga update in your life. I feel like everyone needs a Hippo and Kanga update all the time. So I'm also working on these 4 mini Stila Glitter and Glows. I've used these a few times. You know, I love a glitter and glow. A couple of these already have their stopper removed, and some of them don't. You know, I'm just working on them because I want to use them up and I don't want them to just completely go bad. So I've got Peachy Sheen, Smoldering Satin, Smoky Storm, and Kitten Karma. So all 4 of these, you can tell like this one's Peachy Sheen. I use this, I know, at least once recently. I use these probably once or twice a week. More glitter, more better. That's how I live my life. So I like these. I am really interested in getting some biodegradable glitters at some point. Not right now, but I want to use these up first, get them out of my collection. They've already been produced, so like just decluttering them is not, that makes no ecological sense. So I'm gonna get, you know, use these up, but then probably I won't be repurchasing these anymore because like they're not good for the environment. And you know, I care about the environment muchly. It's kind of what my job is. So then I also have 3 Stila Shimmer and Glows. And these are just like liquid shimmery shadows. I do really like these. I still haven't used Twig, but I have Grace, Kitten, and Twig. And I like them. They're pretty. They do like a really pretty wash. Would I repurchase these? No. Because I have some really good shimmery shadows that I feel like give me a very similar look, that are easier to work with and don't have as much like extra plastic packaging. But I have these, so I'll play with them. Okay. Then I have this Lise Wattier glitter liner. I love it. It's still good. I've used it a few times. There's still, you know, quite a bit at the bottom. It's just getting that out is challenging. So I've used it once or twice. I do love it every time I use it. It's just, it's kind of a pain to put on because of the way it is. I think it's dried out a lot, honestly, because I got this in 2017 in Canada, when we were in Vancouver. So there you go, working on that still. I've used this twice, which isn't that much for a month, but also it's 2 more times than I've used it otherwise. This is the NYX Liquid Suede in the shade Pink Lust. I really like this shade. If you don't follow me on Instagram and you have an Instagram and are interested, I do post my looks pretty often. and I like will do like an outfit of the day if it's Disney themed, because I love me some Disney. But you can see me wearing this a few times because I do really like it. I think it's good. So there you go. There's that. I think I'm probably gonna be working on this all year and not finish it up, but that's okay. You know, this is really casual project pan. I'm not getting intense with it on purpose because I don't want to do that to myself again. And then I have the last product is this Marsk Mineral Eyeshadow. There's like nothing left in this, and this is a great inner corner highlight. To be completely fair, I forgot that this was in this project pan because I have it up on top of my vanity, but I have a lot of things up there. Pretty much, I have this like little 3-drawer system my mom got me a few years ago, and I put everything that I can that will fit in it goes in there, and then I have my Alex drawers for everything else. That's how I work. And so this was in there, but I've got a lot of stuff that isn't project panning, so I forgot this was in my project pan, but that's fine. I do really like it. It's beautiful. It's one of my favorite, if not my favorite, inner corner highlights that I own, which is why I've used it so much. Like, can y'all even, it's like down to there. So I have no questions that I'll use it up eventually. When, I don't know. So we've used up 2 items, 2 out of 21. That's a good start. I would like to finish up 21 this year. And if you don't know, I'm probably going to tell you this a million times, but I just like to keep letting you know because I feel really bad about it. But I actually leave for 4 months in the summer. I'm a PhD student in biology, and we go up to our field station so I can finish. This will be my 3rd project of my dissertation. I'm very excited about it. But I'll be gone from May 1st to August 20th. So a very large chunk of time. I'll be with some scientists. It's really nerdy and wonderful and fun. I absolutely love it up there. Though it's really hard because I can't, especially this year, we're not allowed to have any guests. So I won't be able to see John for 4 months, and I won't be able to see the dogs. And especially with Kanga being sick, that's very hard for me right now. But it's for my job, and I love what I do. I feel so lucky to get to be a scientist. So, you know, we make sacrifices, for everybody does. But I'm just telling you, so that's gonna, while like 2 in the first month is like a good rate, I'm not gonna use makeup for 4 months, so we'll see. And if I don't get my 21, it's chill, totally fine. So this is a little bit of a gimme project, but also I'm just kind of like, come on. So I've got to put 2 more in to replace those 2. And this is the Pixie Tinted Brilliance Balm in the shade Pretty in Pink. No, just Pretty Pink. I have this much left. I was recently, again, in that swatching through my entire lip product collection video series. I had this, and I was like, are you kidding me? I have it on today. I think it's really nice. Like, it's weird because I can't decide if it's cool tone or warm tone. It's kind of warm, isn't it? But earlier I thought it was cool. So I don't know, but I've got this much left, and I would love to have this out of my collection. It'd be another lip product I used up. I have way more than I ever need for lip products. So I have confidence that I'll be able to use this up within a month or 2. I know that I now have 2 pink lip products in my collection, but they have a very different look. And again, I love pink lips, so it's fine with me. And the other one I'm going to do is an e.l.f. cream eyeshadow, molten liquid eyeshadow in the shade Liquid Gold. This is very similar to these Stila Shimmer and Glows, but it's definitely more gold, whereas these 2 are really very champagne, kind of pinky. This is obviously like a reddy brown. This is like a true gold, and very similar to the other 3 and all of my Stila Glitter and Liquid and Glow, or Glitter and Shimmer and Glows. I've had it for so long and I don't want it to go bad just sitting there. And I don't know, if we're just being honest with each other, I don't know if I've ever even used this. I might have used this once. I know I bought it because one of my subscribers recommended it, so I bought it. And I bought it before I went on my no-buy. I went on my no-buy in like October of 2018. And I think I've used this once. This is why we have too much makeup. I don't like that. So I want to use it up. Obviously, like, it's kind of old, and I want to get use out of it before it completely dries out. So there we go. That is my 21 products I'm currently working on. using up too. I'm still having fun with it, you know, being real casual, having fun. I was a little nervous because I'm also doing a project 10 uses, which you can check that out if you're also interested in that. But I was a little nervous because I was like doing 2 projects at once. Am I getting back into it? Is it going to be too much for me? And it's not. I'm still really liking it. I know this makes it sound dramatic, but like, if you follow me, you know, like, I had a problem. It was a problem for me where I was doing so many projects that I hated. I didn't hate makeup, but I definitely didn't enjoy it. It was like a chore instead of fun. So I'm over that. I'm not going back there. Just not going to do it. But there you go. That is what we're working on right now. I hope you enjoyed this update. As always, if you have any questions, requests, suggestions, or comments, go ahead and leave them down below. That's all I have for you, and I'll just see y'all real soon. Bye.